my view, we have a treacherous government. You're not supposed to say anything about that.
Okay,
but we have a treacherous government. This government is not serving your interests, it's not serving our interests. It's representing elites behind the scenes and alien organisations like the World Economic Forum. Just as a matter of curiosity, have you heard of the World Economic Forum?
I have heard.
You'd be well advised, if you hope to have children or you have friends, neighbours you're concerned about, to check out the World Economic Forum, because our politicians are in the pay or receiving instruction from the World Economic Forum, which is based in Switzerland. The leading light of it is a gentleman who comes from a National Socialist background. His father is in Hitler's military. I've got one more question for you, because you'll have a chance to talk to us today. I'll ask you a question. Have you heard of the Nuremberg Code?
No, I haven't.
Young lady, you need to know about this code. Now, you are young people. I'm 68 years of age. My father fought the war. He was in the Air Force. He nearly died several times. He made enormous sacrifices for your liberty and my liberty. At the end of the war, there was a get-together, and Britain signed something called the Nuremberg Code. What that meant was, our country and all the countries agreed not to do medical fascism, which is what the Nazis were doing. I'll give you an example of what it was. Hitler had somebody in his entourage, a beautiful young Aryan, 6'4" beauty of a blonde-haired man. He got a minor wound and died. It hurt him. So he said to the scientists, look, Helmut is dead because of some minor wound. The scientists got together and they carried out some experiments to find out what happened with wounds and, gangrene and such stuff. What did they do? They rounded up a few Jews and shot them in the leg. That's what they did, brother, sister. This is what happened, okay? That was an experiment. Now, from their point of view, it was a reasonable experiment, wasn't it? You want to find out how wounds develop? You need a guinea pig. Well, let's see, who's going to volunteer? Do you want to volunteer to be shot? People don't, do they? So we have to round up some unwilling people. Who do we get? The people we don't like. Oh, right, who's that? Well, just slap a label on somebody like, far right or something, or a conspiracy theorist or something like that, and then they're subhuman anyway, so maybe we can do a few experiments on them. Anyway, the point is, Britain signed that code, and you people, your law officers, you all should be versed and know about that. Bad education, isn't it? You haven't been properly trained. But anyway, what it meant then was, when they started off, for example, this COVID vaccine business, and everybody was invited to take an experimental drug, that broke the Nuremberg Code. You're not supposed to carry out experiments without giving full disclosure of risk, and without it also being administered by proper doctors. Now, I went to various vaccine events where none of that happened. Young people, hundreds of young people were queued up doing their duty and took a drug without any disclosure and without any proper medical people being there. That's what went on in our... We broke the Nuremberg Code. Now, for people of my age, my generation, that is a heinous crime committed by our politicians and by the medical authorities. That's why this people are here today, because we're trying to stand up for your liberty, our liberty, the liberty of the children and grandchildren of this country. So I would beg you, if you want to be a good officer, find out about the Nuremberg Code. Be educated, and then you will understand why the good people here are prepared to give up their Saturday, which we probably got all other better things to do, maybe, probably. I certainly got other things I could do today. And if we all come out of this, you'll be better informed. I've definitely got better informed. This young man's trying to ensure that the news of these things is spread about, so the truth begins to spread through the society. And then we might be able to get rid of these treacherous politicians. Thank you very much.
Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day.
I love this event, so I always talk to the police.
Do you think you converted any?
It's interesting, there's a lot more sensible police maybe than people think. On Wednesday I spoke to a police sergeant He never disputed nothing with me. But they don't say anything. But they know. I said, do you know Starmer was a mate of Jimmy Savile, that he covered his back, looked after him? Yeah, he said, I know that. Do you know about Tony Blair and how Starmer looked after him? Yeah, he said, I know about. We do know about. At the end of the conversation, he said to me, you know, I'm not supposed to say much, but what do we do about it? I said to him, we can begin by telling the truth.
Thanks for watching. If you like our independent journalism, please hit the like, share it as far and wide as you can, and consider donating to our Patreon for loads of exclusive content. We only make about £25 a week, so we'd greatly appreciate your donation. In addition, on the Thursday 26th of September at Finsbury Park's Night Owl, doors open 5:30, we've got our first ever podcast in front of a live audience with Graham Moore, English constitutional expert. So come down, it's going to be a great night, and we've got a live band, Freedom Band, playing afterwards, and there are going to be lots of Freedom people there, so please do come down. Thursday 26th of September.